Paul. Nobody's seen him in days. Oh, I'm getting worried about Paul. Nobody's seen him in days.
A response would be appreciated.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Mac?
We need to talk about what you did. Right now.
Something wrong?
Not yet. Just call it a friendly warning. If we want to stay at the top of our game, we need every bit of loot we can get our hands on. If that means offing a few innocents along the way, then so be it. At the same time, I don't want to be known as the mass murderer of the Commonwealth. A title like that tends to bring too much heat. So, I guess all I'm asking is that you watch the body count. Otherwise, we're going to have a problem.
Why do you care? You're a mercenary.
You're right. I am a mercenary, which means I get paid to kill. I don't go on massive murdering sprees to satisfy some kind of weird bloodlust. See the difference?
Sorry. I'll really try and watch it.
Don't apologize, just take it easy. I'm not trying to run your life. You can do whatever the hell you want. I'm just saying, if you're going down the road to Crazy Town, I'm not going with you.
Fresh flowers. What would brighten this place up?
Hey.
After you leave, I get to do a full security sweep before you can get out of here, too.
Spent a lot of time in tunnels when I was a kid. You get used to it after a while.
Now, where did I put my script?
Hey, Jack.
What?
I was intrigued by your theory about an ancient alien civilization.
Actually, it was my father's theory. Now proven beyond doubt, although only to me, unfortunately. There aren't many archaeology journals publishing these days.
I wanted to ask you about something else.
All right.
I've got to get going.
All right.
Des says we stay here until you leave. No pressure.
I really should study my lines.
We'll file out separately after you leave. Best not to attract attention here.
Hey there.
You didn't see anything suspicious coming in, right?
Don't like it down here. Not one bit.
Desdemona.
Come here again if you need to meet us. We'll know you're coming.
Anytime you want me to carry some of that valuable gear you're lugging, you just let me know.
We'll file out separately after you leave. Best not to attract attention here.
The open road and a loaded weapon. Doesn't Doesn't get much better than this. What the hell do you expect me to snipe down here?
What's up, Deacon?
And the new guy patched me up, put me on his shoulder, and blasted his way through the rest of the complex. Synths everywhere.
Carrying you the whole time?
Amazing, right?
That's one word for it. Deacon told me you single-handedly secured Carrington's prototype, disabled a minefield, and wiped out 100 Gen 1s. So is any of that true?
Every word he said was true, and then some.
A full 100. I can't even imagine.
See? Just like I said, boss.
I was expecting Deacon to grab a full team, including Glory, to secure that prototype. But instead, just the two of you cleared out the entire switchboard.
You'd be insane not to sign him up, Des.
You've certainly made an impression on Deacon. He's never spoken about, or lied about, anyone so highly before. Welcome to the Railroad, Agent.
Why should I join you?
If you're having any doubts, you shouldn't. Not very many of us live to retirement. But if you're like me, that doesn't matter. There are great wrongs that need righting.
Glad to be aboard.
It seems we're very lucky to have you. So you're in. Now we need to know what to call you. Secrecy keeps us alive. Code names are a part of that. So what's yours?
Call me Professor.
You certainly demonstrated your intelligence. Professor it is. Your first official order is to deliver Dr. Carrington his prototype and see if he can use another pair of hands. But first, it's time to meet the rest of the gang. The location of our HQ is one of our most tightly guarded cities, so be careful coming in or out. You never can tell when you're being watched.
Hey there.
I'm worried about Rex. Those super mutants are so brutal.
Forget him. He'll be dead soon.
That's a cold thing to say. Rex is my friend and mentor. I'm not going to wash my hands of him just like that.
Up top, you gotta be careful. Never know when you're being watched.
Always on good behavior, aren't you?
I try to be.
Seems like you're doing better than trying. I appreciate it. Too few folks can be bothered. Of course, in my experience, if you want to do real good, playing nice only gets you so far. I mean, look at Diamond City. A place I've been trying to warn of real danger. But every issue I publish, all I hear is, "Oh, Piper, why don't you ever publish anything happy? Piper, why can't you write something nice for a change?" It's enough to make me want to hang up my hat some days.
Is Diamond City really in danger? It's not like there's raiders pounding on the gate.
Are you kidding me? There is a very real chance the city leadership has been infiltrated by an Institute synth. A synth under the control of an organization widely known to kidnap or murder anyone that stands up to them. I'd take raiders at the gate any day of the week over that. Of course, making sure folks are actually listening. That's a battle in itself.
Sounds like it must be exhausting.
No kidding. But people, they deserve to know the truth. Sure, it can be scary, knowing what's really out there. A night doesn't go by, I'm not afraid some Institute drone will decide today's the day to pay old Piper and family a visit. But it's worth it, because I know the truth. That's what protects us.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. How can you protect you and yours if you don't know what you're facing?
Exactly. Most folks, though, they'd prefer a comforting lie. Not me. I've seen firsthand what the truth can do. My sister and I, we grew up way out in the Commonwealth. Tiny little settlement. Our dad, he was part of the local militia. Keeping the raiders off our backs and the Mirelurks out of our latrines, as he'd describe it. Well, one day, our dad turns up dead. His captain, asshole named Mayburn, claims raiders must have gotten him on watch. Well, I didn't buy it. I start making inquiries. Turns out, the captain, he'd sold out. Thought he wasn't getting paid enough to babysit the town. He was gonna leave the gates open one night. Let a group of raiders sack the place and take a cut of the profits. My dad found out and was gonna turn Mayburn in, but Mayburn got to him first. And I wasn't about to let that bastard get away with murder. I tried talking to the mayor, but he wouldn't listen. So, I papered the entire town in posters. Wanted for gross dereliction of duty, Captain Mayburn. The mayor sure wanted to talk after that. The town threw Mayburn out on his ass and were dug in when a very surprised group of raiders finally showed.
What happened after that?
We made do. Sis was still pretty young at the time, and Mom was out of the picture. So we got by on the kindness of others for a while. Eventually, I saved up enough to book us both passage with a caravan, and then we moved on up to the big city. Called it home ever since.
I'm sorry about your dad.
Thanks. It was hard after he was gone, but knowing that he died doing right, that's always made it easier. But hey, I'm sorry if I've been rambling. I just get fired up sometimes. It's just nice to talk to someone who actually seems to get it, you know? So, should we head out?
You got what it takes to go far with us. I can tell.
Hey, Deacon.
Welcome to the family. We're a colorful and arguably insane bunch. But you're stuck with us now. Speaking of which, if you don't mind a sidekick, let's keep a good thing going and travel together some more.
Don't they need you here?
My job's mainly intel, so the more places I go, the better I'm doing it. And you are just one big, beautiful distraction. Plenty of opportunities to learn secrets moving around in your shadow.
Let's go then.
I'm all ready to go.
You two are heading out together? Not sure the Commonwealth's ready for that.
What's there to worry about? How much trouble could two people really get into?
Hey there, Deacon.
What do you want to talk about?
Your thoughts?
I'm thinking next time I go to town, I'll dress up as a Mr. Handy. If I pull that off, I'll be a legend.
That was all.
Another time.